Let's go Broncos fans! Something special is brewing in Denver, and it's not just hype. It's backed by data, discipline, and dominant football. The league sees it, Vegas sees it, the broadcasters see it, and now, with national games flooding our schedule and Shawn Peyton's system firing on all cylinders, it's time the rest of the NFL wakes up too. We're not just here to compete, we're here to take over. If you've been waiting for the moment Denver flips the script and reclaims its place at the top, this is it. Smash that like button if you're ready for a playoff run, and comment below, "Go Broncos!" My heart bleeds orange and blue, because what I'm about to show you, this team is ready to make noise. That is absolutely massive. Vegas isn't emotional. They're not sentimental. They follow the data. And what they're saying, clearly, is this: the Denver Broncos are in every game. That's not a hope. That's not a fluke. That's respect. And when you dig deeper, it gets even better. Remember last year? We were one of the only teams in history to start 0-2 and still make the playoffs. We had back-to-back East Coast road games at 11 a.m. body clock time, something this franchise has never done well, and we won them both. We beat teams we weren't supposed to beat. We hung with elite rosters, and that was with a rookie quarterback and major personnel limitations. This year, we start fast, and every analyst is now projecting it. Why? Because this roster is deep, it's balanced, it's experienced, and it's quarterbacked by a guy who might end up being the best first-round value at the position in years. Bo Nix doesn't just have command. He has chemistry. He's walking into a season where he already knows the timing of Troy Franklin. He's got a high IQ route technician in Pat Bryant. He's got one of the best dual-threat tight ends in the NFL in Evan Ingram, who is already being called the unlock this offense needed. And the Broncos are stacking these weapons with purpose. Cortland Sutton's contested catch ability, perfect for Bo's touch throws. Marvin Mims' speed, ideal for exploiting soft coverage when defenses cheat up. R.J. Harvey and Estime, a thunder and lightning combo that can keep linebackers frozen and open up play action all game long. And here's the part that's driving defensive coordinators crazy. Shawn Peyton is back to his full bag. This is no longer a one-dimensional offense. Last season, opposing LBs ignored the tight end. They knew he wasn't a threat. They crowded the box and shut down the run. But now, you bring Ingram into the mix, and suddenly those same defenders have to choose, drop back into coverage and give R.J. Harvey room, or bite on the play action and get shredded over the middle. There are no good answers anymore. This is strategic football, and the team is finally being backed by ownership that gets it. The Walton Penner Group isn't just rich, they're aligned. They've created new executive roles, tripled the front office depth under George Payton, given Shawn Peyton the green light on every personnel decision. And the result? One of the most innovative, empowered football operations structures in the NFL. When you have ownership, a GM, and a head coach all rowing in the same direction, what you get is results. And we're seeing it in real time. Just look at the national perception shift. NFL.com listed the Broncos as the team to watch. Adam Schefter said the AFC West is no longer Kansas City's to lose. He said this is the hardest the division has ever been during the Mahomes era, and Denver is a major reason why. That's coming from inside the league. And if all that wasn't enough, let's just look at who we lost this offseason and why that's a good thing. Chicago came and took our tight end coach. The Jets came for our specialists. Detroit picked off another assistant. Why? Because this staff is stacked. Good teams lose coaches because the rest of the league wants a piece of what they're building. And the Broncos didn't just patch holes, they reloaded. Jordan Dizon from the Eagles, one of the hardest working and most respected scouts in football, is back in Denver. Burt Watts, who's been tight with Payton and Payton since the Vikings days, just got promoted. This is continuity with intelligence behind it. And now we've got this beautiful stretch to open the season, rookie quarterbacks, identity crisis Colts, and a division battle with the Chargers all before mid-season. Then comes the tough stretch, with 4 straight road games. But let me ask you, who's the winningest coach in NFL history in the month of October? Shawn Peyton. That's when he hits his stride. That's when the chess game begins. That's when film study flips into mismatches. That's when the good teams separate from the pretenders. And that's when the Broncos, with Bo Nix humming, Ingram working the seam, and R.J. Harvey gashing defenses, will be at their most dangerous. So let's say it together. The Denver Broncos are not a maybe. They are a problem. So Broncos country, are you all in now? What's your ceiling prediction for this team? 12-5? 13-4? Division crown? Deep playoff run? Hit that like button if you're riding with this squad. Drop your full record prediction in the comments. Subscribe if you want the next video, our full week-by-week Vegas line breakdown, upset picks, and which games Shawn Peyton is guaranteed to steal. This isn't hype anymore. This is the Denver Broncos, and we're here. And now, Broncos country, let's take it to the next level. Because if you think what we've talked about so far is impressive, the national respect, the sportsbook projections, the coaching continuity, the strategic roster building, then just wait until you see how it all translates on the field. Because here's the truth, every single component of this team is engineered not just to compete, but to win in the fourth quarter. This is where championship DNA starts to show. Let's go deeper into what really makes this 2024 Broncos team so dangerous, asterisk their adaptability star. We're not just talking about individual talent. We're talking about how flexible this roster is, especially under pressure. Look at the offense. It's not built around one identity, it's built around options. Want to go heavy and pound the ball? Roll out Estime and bring in Quinn Meinerz and Garrett Bowles to dominate the line of scrimmage. Want to stretch the field? Go 11 personnel with Mims, Franklin, and Sutton, and let Bo Nix work with tempo. Want to attack the seams and hit teams with misdirection? Line up Ingram in the slot. Shift Harvey out wide, and start cooking with motion-heavy looks that force mismatches. This isn't guesswork. This is Payton's ideal setup. Remember what he did in New Orleans? It was never about one star carrying the load. It was about role players executing perfectly and a QB who could run the system like a conductor. Bo Nix is that guy. He doesn't have to be Josh Allen. He doesn't have to be Mahomes. He just has to be Bo Nix in Shawn Peyton's system. High efficiency, low turnover, methodical, explosive when needed. That's what this offense is built for. That's why the NFL is handing us national games. Because they know that Bo is not a fluke. He's a system fit who's already commanding the room like a 5-year vet. And here's the twist. While everyone is talking about how Denver has improved defensively, they're underrating how elite this defense is about to be. Let's just remind everyone. Pat Surtain, too, is the best cornerback in the league. Full stop. Zach Allen and JFM are one of the most versatile interior duos in football. Baron Browning is healthy and explosive. Nick Benito, ready to lead the team in sacks. P.J. Locke is playing like a Pro Bowl safety. And then you add in rookies like Jade Barron, who might start week 1, and Quay Robinson, who's already getting reps with the ones. You're talking about a defense that is not only star power, but depth and speed. And don't forget about the mental edge either. This team isn't just physically better, they're smarter. No more boneheaded penalties at critical moments. No more blown coverages on 3RD and 18. No more hope we get lucky blitzes. This is a unit that knows exactly what it's doing and why. That's how you go from competitive to contending. And that's why, when we talk about 12-5 or 13-4, it's not a pipe dream. It's a plan. Look at the layout. You get early rhythm games against manageable opponents. You get your toughest road stretch after the team has gelled. You get rest advantages late in the season when the playoff push begins. And you get Christmas at Arrowhead, with potentially the AFC West on the line. This is the schedule you want if you believe in your quarterback, if you believe in your defense, if you believe your staff can outcoach the other side. And most importantly, the Broncos do believe. From Shawn Peyton's meetings with Bo to George Payton's confidence in this draft class to the way players are talking to the media, it's not noise. It's clarity. There's no confusion about who's in charge. There's no culture crisis. There's no we'll see how it goes. It's go time. And this city feels it. You can feel it in the locker room. You can feel it in the fan base. You can feel it in Vegas. You can feel it when broadcasters say don't sleep on Denver anymore. So Broncos country, let's put the league on notice. Drop your playoff bracket prediction in the comments. Who do we face in the wild card? Do we get the bye? Who's the one team you want to see at Mile High in January? Smash that like button if you believe this team is about to deliver something special. Subscribe if you're staying locked in with us all year. We've got behind-the-scenes footage, player breakdowns, film room episodes, and in-depth previews dropping every week. Because this isn't the rebuild. This is the relaunch. And the NFL? They're going to have to deal with the Denver Broncos. Let's ride.